Hello, my friends. I know I have been gone for quite a bit, but I had a big move and I had to get myself organized and I'm gonna grab this guy, create a new space for myself. And yeah, like I finally got organized and I'm feeling really good about my YouTube. And so yeah, I think today we are going to do a reading on what you need to know for this week coming up, especially with the equinox and the new moon. We have a new moon in Virgo right now. And when I just like tap into it, it feels really, really powerful. And it feels like a great time for me to start a new beginning with my YouTube channel. So yeah, bear with me while get used to it. So we have the devil here. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. And one more. And we have the Fool. Ooh, I'm loving this energy. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So if you know my channel, I love to talk about the back of the deck to start the reading off. And I'm really drawn to how these black swans, I think that's what they are holding swords. So it kind of feels like what I'm really tapping into is Spirit's like really, it's not a warning, but it's a big reminder that when things are dying, when we're releasing things that don't serve us, when ego's dying, when it's having its last hurrah, it doesn't leave without having a fight. Like it gives its all, right? Big college try. And I really feel like Spirit's saying, don't despair if you feel like you're kind of going back into old patterns. It's kind of reminding me of the spiral, and healing isn't linear, and it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, but there is definitely this fighting energy, this pattern that wants to be released, but it's not going away easily. So you might be feeling frustrated this coming week because I do believe the eclipse is over now, but now we're in the new moon phase. So that means that we get to start planting new seeds. And this is the perfect time to be doing that because we're going into an equinox. And this one would be a winter equinox, right? So it's like, it reminds me of harvesting before you hibernate. And so Spirit's really wanting you to know that, like, don't get down on yourself if you find a lot of old patterns coming up, a lot of old fears and beliefs. It's coming up to be released. 'Cause yeah, we got the Four of Swords here. It's all just happening for healing. And it's so weird. I'm kind of like seeing that as someone holding their faith. That one sword. I'll show it to you. It's kind of just like, have no fear. Spirit's with you. You're divinely protected and guided. And sometimes we do feel like we're hitting a wall. But that is usually when our biggest breakthrough is close to coming to the surface. So that is what we have for the back of the deck. I'm just going to put it over here because I don't have as much room as I used to, but I have a much prettier space, which I love. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some healing mantras to kind of clarify. Can I get a clarifier for the devil in reverse, please, Spirit? Can I get a clarifier for the devil in reverse, Spirit? Woo! Okay. Expressing free will. So that's what it says on the front. And then it says, my choices determine how brightly I shine. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense here with the devil in reverse. The devil in reverse is all about releasing toxic patterns, releasing beliefs that do not match divine love. It's about, well, honestly, like when I see the devil in reverse, it tells me that there is a breakthrough coming. There's a breakthrough and awareness about something within yourself or within a connection. But what I'm really getting, I don't want you to not be able to see these. Bear with me while I get used to this space. Maybe we'll put it here. Yeah, you can see that there. My choices determine how brightly I shine. Yeah, like it's a big confirmation that like what you're releasing right now is not serving you, and it's actually bringing you down. And you know, bright, like it says how brightly I shine, it's kind of reminding me that you have the capability and the capacity to shine even brighter than you believe possible. And it starts with this equinox. It starts with this new moon and releasing. I'm really strongly getting at its beliefs about yourself, beliefs about the world, beliefs about relationships. It's really giving me like that healing energy that you need to kickstart a spiritual epiphany or a spiritual achievement is what I'm hearing. Can I get a clarifier for the Queen of Wands, please? Inspiring others. Well, yeah, that's not surprising because the Queen of Wands is all about, you know, being in your empowerment and seeing the divinity within yourself. And I'm really drawn to this card because everybody else can see her divinity and her femininity. Like they're just all surrounding her. She's got like so many different animals just being loving to be in her illumination. Like they're enjoying her light, they're enjoying her vibration, and she is also enjoying her own vibration by doing something that she's passionate about. So, and I did a TikTok reading earlier, and it really reminded me that this healing that is happening through this equinox is going to, it kind of reminds me of when you heal a huge trauma and then a part of you that was lost, like a fragmented part of you, is able to come back and you will shine even brighter. And for some, I'm feeling that, you know, once you get through this fog and this thickness of whatever you're releasing for this new moon, you're going to be like a completely different person. It's going not make you better, but it's going to align you with your natural state of being. And that is unconditional love. That is the light. Yeah. And like, you know, the two together, the devil, the Queen of Wands, that's about releasing things that do not serve your empowerment, because you are truly a divine soul. You're a child of the divine, and your birthright is to be magnificent and powerful. And you know, I'm reading a book about how the human species is supposed to have like 12 chakras, and we do, but most of the time we don't use all 12 of our chakras because they've been kind of disconnected. So as you go on the enlightenment path, you're reactivating those activations. And oh, my cat is playing with her catnip toy. But she's kind of really showing me that energy of, you know, that Queen of Wands. She's very passionate, and she really just allows herself to dive deep into her joy and her, what is it's like the essence of her divinity. And so, you know, with the Devil in reverse, the Queen of Wands, and the Fool, it's like Spirit is really encouraging you to just dive deeper with that and like release all those attachments. Like there is no, you're not in prison. You're embracing worthiness and inviting ecstasy. Wow, this is quite similar energy with the reading that I did this morning for TikTok. So if you watch that TikTok, then it's just kind of like more of a deeper message. So for the Fool, what I got clarifying for the Fool is inviting ecstasy. I am worthy of the pleasures of my heart desire. And truly, like, that is what Spirit's saying within these 3 cards. It's like, it's almost like Spirit wants you to like tear up whatever you've been working on and just start with a clean slate, and almost just like have this mantra to yourself that you're worthy, you're divine, you are, you know, you are so powerful, and you're more powerful than you think that you are, is what Spirit's saying. And there's lots of doves here, and they're like helping her keep her dress up. So I think that there's been a lot of divine intervention going on with this collective, helping them really see their beauty and their worthiness. And I've never been drawn to this before, but there's like a sun tattoo on her foot. And so I think that it's really reminding me of the Sun card, and being able to see the illumination of yourself, your true essence, and finally actually being able to integrate it and like carry it through your vibration. I do feel that if you resonate with this reading, you have been struggling to see your own worth. And, you know, I've been through that, and like it comes in layers, and like you think that these childhood wounds, they're all done, they're all healed, but the thing is that you never stop healing, and then there's always deeper to go. And for me, that is something that I'm really learning right now. Okay, so let's get some Earth Magic Oracle cards. What do we need to know? Okay, so grounding, yeah, that's so important when you're going through an equinox. Oh, I love this card. Lotus flower unfoldment, just beautiful. I'm gonna keep that here at the back of the deck. And then we have ebb and flow and emergence. Oh man, doesn't that really remind you of the divine feminine again? And just, oh, she just seems so confident, and she truly believes in her power. She truly believes in her, what is that word? I guess her self-assurance and self-esteem. Like she oozes like high self-esteem, in my opinion. So we have grounding, ebb and flow, and emergence. So I think that this is just like a deeper message here, that if you continue with releasing these beliefs and really focus on, you know, the truth and the empowerment of what your soul truly is, you will ground into an even higher vibration. And I'm hearing Spirit say that you won't really even recognize yourself, because you'll just see yourself in a whole new light. And that's really beautiful, because it seems like the timeline is not very long. It's like a short timeline. So I wonder if for some, actually, no, Spirit's saying for everyone, like whatever you're working on is very close to having a big breakthrough with, and you will come out of it being like, wow, I don't really feel that way anymore. And that's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we have the unfoldment, and like the lotus flower is all about like, you know, growing through the growing pains, growing through hard times. And I'm really drawn to the beautiful sunset here. Or, no, it's a sunrise. And I just feel like for a lot of people here, a new dawn, a new beginning, a rebirth is wanting to come forward. It's wanting to, like, it's like peeking through the surface, which is quite beautiful. And this is the picture. I'll show you. Put it on the back. Oh yeah, so this is what this looks like on the oracle card. Like, it's the main picture, and I think that that is really telling, because it just seems like there's just a huge rebirth going on. And for a lot of you, it's been kind of stewing and really, what's that word? The seed was planted a long time ago, and now it's starting to sprout. Now you're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. But there is this message of really being in the ebb and flow and allowing your mind to kind of go through the waves of releasing toxic beliefs and toxic patterns. But I'm really hearing that this is conditionings, and that this really doesn't have much to do with yourself. And it's a lot of past life karma. Yeah. For a lot of us, it's stuff that's happened in the past that we were dealt these cards, and now we just kind of have to figure out how to transcend them, how to turn them into light. And that is a huge part of why we're here on Earth. If you resonate with star seeds, Spirit's really saying that, you were never meant to fit in. You were always meant to not feel like you fit in, because then you would want to forge another path. And I know that that can be painful because it doesn't feel very good, but they want you to see the divinity and like the divine orchestration of why this had to happen. We have panda and honeybee. So it says, create a sacred space for yourself in your home and your place of work. So yeah, like just what I just did. I made myself a brand new space to do my readings, and it feels really good. It feels like I brought in like a brand new energy, like a new and improved energy. And that is really important in this portal, the equinox and any new moon, is taking all that old stagnant energy, the stuff that just does not serve you, does not resonate with you anymore, and throwing it in the trash, and then really setting that intention and calling through that beautiful energy that wants to come in and help transform your vibration and your external reality, is what I'm hearing. And then we have honeybee. Let compassion or forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. What I'm really getting is that it's have compassion for yourself. I'm going to pull another healing mantra and see what do we have to say about this honeybee and being compassionate. Yeah, rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. So for a lot of you, this is a really hefty block, and you might be really hurt here. And Spirit's saying that's okay. And they're very well aware. And just to have a lot of compassion and forgiveness. And I am seeing in my mind's eye someone like feeling like they're pushing a rock up a really steep hill. But there is like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like you will get that really heavy boulder up that hill. It's just, you really have no idea what you're healing right now. It's massive. And the fact that like they're really, really stressing, like have compassion and forgiveness for yourself, this is where you're quite hurt. And you've been hurt there for a very, very long time, I am hearing. This is a little bit of a heavy reading, but I think that these equinoxes and these portals, they usually are quite heavy because Spirit is really giving you this opportunity. Like the way that it feels energetically, it's like I'm seeing the World card. So it's like when all these cycles complete, and I do believe that right now a 9-year cycle has completed. And so now it's like you have this beautiful chance to start writing a different story for yourself. And the way that you do that is by like healing those negative limiting beliefs. And I'm hearing that these are limiting beliefs about yourself more than anything, but they entangle and they interweave with all parts of your life. And one more. Oh, let me take 2 more. And then we have Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. I think this just means that there is going to be a lot of upheaval, and that's normal. And, you know, sometimes you feel like you're going backwards, but really you're not. And it's something that you have to go through to learn lessons. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. I also find that whales, they really remind me of big emotions. Like they're so large, but they can hold so much of a vibration. And so maybe listening to your favorite music, meditating to calming music is something that will really help you release whatever energy is ready to go. And I'm hearing from my guides that it's a ton of energy. It's not just a little, it's a ton. And so if you're sick, if you're, not sleeping well, you're going through like ascension symptom after ascension symptom, do not despair. It's really designed to be like that because you're releasing a lot. I also heard, if you're having a sore throat, because my throat's sore right now, I'm finding this is a message for someone. If your throat is sore, it's because you're really releasing these blocks of expressing yourself, and to just nurture and be gentle with yourself and let Spirit do its job. So these are my chakra cards, my crystal and chakra cards. And so basically we're just asking Spirit what chakra or crystal. Well, okay, so if it's a chakra card, it will tell you what chakra to work on. But if it's a crystal, it will tell you what crystal to work with. So we have the hyaline quartz. I'm not really familiar with that crystal, but I'll just put it here in case you want to screenshot it. Yeah. Whatever it looks very powerful, but quartz are all really powerful. You can have clear quartz, rose quartz, and a rose quartz is like this guy. You can have smoky quartz, there's tons of them. But what I'm really getting from it is that you want either this specific crystal or just a crystal that really helps you ground your intention. So if you're going to do like a mantra or affirmations, you want a crystal that will help you really ground in that intention. And can I get 2 more, Spirit? Black tourmaline. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is black obsidian, but I love black tourmaline. So that is really good with helping you release negative energies and negative beliefs about yourself. And it's a protection stone. Because remember, as you purify your consciousness, you become like a sponge for people that are still holding on to negative energies. And that's not something that you want to bring down your energy. So, you know, you can put it, I'm really drawn to how it's like a brick. So you can put that kind of stuff like in your house, above a door, in your car, on your bedside. I have a brick, like a little tiny, like sliver that I put underneath my pillow. Moonstone. Ooh. I always think of the moonstone as I don't know, it just reminds me of like the witching hour, and you know, it's perfect for a new moon. Anything to do with the moon. The moonstone is very powerful. It really helps you hone in your own spiritual powers and abilities. And I'm also finding that it might help someone sleep. I'm really drawn to how her eyes are closed. And then at the back of the deck, we have malachite. And I'm not necessarily getting malachite from that. I'm actually getting like more heart chakra healing. So really focusing on opening your heart chakra so that you can release whatever negativity and limiting beliefs need to be released. All right, guys, that is your reading for today. I'm really glad to be back, and yeah, I can't wait to do another reading for you. Have a good day. Bye.